welcome to another eBusiness Boss video. Today I'm going to run you through Amazon seller fees. So if you're thinking about selling on Amazon, or you already sell on Amazon but you're not really sure what you're being charged, this video is going to help you. The video is going to cover the US marketplace as well as the European marketplace. So we're going to focus on the UK. All of the other European marketplaces are very similar to how the UK operates. It would take too long to cover all of them specifically, so we'll focus on the US and the UK. So this video is going to cover the seller fees for both US and UK sellers. We're going to look at the Amazon seller account cost. We're going to look at the sort of selling fees associated with an individual selling account, so that's a non-professional account. We're going to look at actually what is the Amazon referral fee, as well as what are fulfilled by Amazon fees. And I'm going to show you how to calculate your own product fees so you can work out exactly how much profit you're going to be making on every item you sell. We're also going to cover Amazon Pan EU and the EFN networks, so that's really quite specific to European sellers, but even if you're based in the US, you're thinking about selling in Europe, it'll be really helpful. We're going to finish off with some VAT considerations, which is a tax just associated to the European marketplaces. So let's get started. As an Amazon seller in the US, for a professional account, which if you're growing a serious business, you're going to want to look at that option, you're going to be paying $39.99 a month. On top of this, for every item you sell, you're going to have a referral fee. So this is usually around 15% of the sale price. That depends on the category. It can be as low as 8, it can be a little bit higher. I'll show you guys how to work out all of these fees. So yeah, the fulfillment fee, this again depends on the size and weight of the item you're selling. So like I say, we're going to go over an exact example for both the US and the UK, so I can show you how all of these fees are broken down. In the UK, for a professional account, you'll be looking at £30 a month, and the referral fee again is around 15% of the sale price, category dependent as before. The fulfillment fee, same as the US, it depends on the size and weight of the item, and like I say, we're going to go through some examples. So if you're just thinking about selling on Amazon as an individual and you don't want to look at creating a long-term business or a proper business, then as an individual these are the costs you're looking at. So you wouldn't have a monthly account fee, but you would have to pay 99 cents in the US for every item you sell. You'll also be limited to 40 items a month. The referral and fulfillment fees are the same as the professional account that we went through before. For the UK, again, there's no monthly account fee, but for every item you sell, you'll need to pay 75p. There's also a monthly limit of 35 items, so that's something to bear in mind. Referral and fulfillment fees, again, are the same as professional. So if you're thinking about starting proper Amazon business, I would encourage you to start with a professional account and set up a proper business, because the transition from an individual seller to a professional seller, you might well be either suspended for some time whilst they verify everything, or just waiting. So you might as well start as you mean to go on. So Amazon do have a free fee calculator, and you can get this for whatever marketplace you're in. So whether it's the US, any European marketplace, Canada, Mexico, India, they've got one for every country, every marketplace. So head on to Google, Bing, whatever you use, and type in Amazon fee calculator and you'll find it. The one we're looking at on screen is the UK version. So you'll see here, you'll just need to enter your ASIN or product name, and you can search for it above, and this will find your product. So if you're thinking about selling a product but you haven't actually yet made the product, you wouldn't have an ASIN. So maybe use your competitors. Whatever item you look at, make sure it's going to be basically exactly the same as the one you're intending to sell. So you'll see two columns here. You'll see your fulfillment. So if you're happy to send out the items yourself, then this is where you'd enter your item price at the top. So as that sort of seller, you'd be called a merchant fulfilled seller. And if you're using Amazon FBA, which we do, this is where you want to put in your item price, which is Amazon fulfillment. So you put your fees in there, ask it to calculate, and it will give you your referral fees, fulfillment fees, and then you can work out what you're working with. So let's look at an example for the US marketplace. So as you can see, this is a television or a TV by Toshiba, and yeah, it's $329. And we're going to just look at what sort of fees you would have if you were wanting to sell this item. So because we're thinking with this example about selling it through Amazon FBA, we'd put the price $329.99 into the Amazon fulfillment column. Now, as you'll see on screen, we've got a few lines here. Selling on Amazon fees, this refers to the referral fee. So the referral fee is what you'll pay to Amazon, and it's basically the cost of you advertising on their amazing shopping platform. So yeah, that's the first cost. Everyone has to pay the referral fee. And the fulfillment fee, which you'll see here, is fulfillment by Amazon fees. So this is the cost for Amazon to pick, pack and send out your product to your customer. So yeah, here we're looking at a referral fee of $49.50, fulfillment fees of $40.22. So after selling the item at $329.99, as a seller, we would be left with $240.27. So we can see with this example, Amazon take around 27%. Not too bad. As a US seller, you've got any associated taxes, so make sure you're aware of them before you jump in. Let's go on to have a look at an example for the UK. So I know this example here might not be too clear, but this is a vegetable spiralizer. So something you can use to, create salads out of vegetables and things like that. The price that we're using, you might be able to see it there, is £20.99. That includes VAT. So if you don't understand what VAT is, don't worry, I'm going to explain it shortly. But VAT is a tax that just applies to any product being sold in the European marketplaces. So for this example, at £20.99, let's have a look at the associated fees, and they might surprise you. So again, we're assuming that we're an FBA seller. We've put in £20.99 in the Amazon fulfillment column. It's telling us that our selling on Amazon fees are £3.15 and our fulfillment by Amazon fees are £2.50. So the total cost here is £5.65. So again, Amazon are taking around 27%. Now, these figures above have been quoted excluding VAT. So if you're a VAT registered seller, you'll be charged these fees without VAT, so the ones you'll see in this example. But if you're starting out as a European seller, you're not going to be in this position unless you've got some experience, because you won't yet be VAT registered. We're going to go on to explain this in a little bit more detail, but if you're a non-VAT registered seller in the UK or any European marketplace, this means that Amazon are going to add 20% to each of these fees, meaning actually with this example, the total cost would come to £6.78, including VAT. So this is a jump from 27% up to 32%. So this would leave £14.21 for the seller. A lot of people forget to include VAT in their calculations, but the costs don't end there for European sellers. They do end there if you're a non-VAT registered seller. That's what you'd have to pay. You'd be paying your VAT on top of these fees. You don't need to be collecting any VAT because you're not VAT registered. But because in the UK, the VAT threshold is currently set at £85,000 per annum. So this basically means that when a seller's annual UK turnover is higher than £85,000, they must start charging their customers 20% of VAT, which is a pretty big deal. Basically, as a seller that's VAT registered, you have a duty to collect VAT for the United Kingdom's government if you're selling in the UK. If you're in another one of the European marketplaces, you'll have the duty to collect for the government where you're storing and distributing your goods. So this applies to any business that's distributing stock from the UK. So in this case, on top of this, we would need to collect 20% of £20.99. So as a VAT registered seller, your Amazon fees, like we've said, would be £5.65 because we wouldn't be putting the VAT on top of the Amazon fees. Stay with me. Plus your VAT liability. So if you're a VAT registered seller for this product, your total costs are actually going to be up to £9.84, which is 47%. That is a lot different than how it first looked. So you can see how VAT plays a major role in the Amazon seller fees if you're based in Europe. Even if you're a US seller and you want to store goods here, you're going to need a VAT number. So that goes for any European marketplaces. So for this item, as a VAT registered seller, which means you're grossing over 85,000 a year, this seller would be left with £11.15. So Amazon Europe, something else to consider. You have, through Amazon FBA, you have 3 different ways a seller can access European marketplaces. So you can be on the Amazon Pan EU FBA program. So you will need a VAT number for this. It means that you'll benefit from lower fulfillment costs, but as mentioned, you'll have a duty to collect VAT for any marketplace that you sell in. So we sell in UK, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, Poland, Czech Republic, and we have a duty to collect VAT. All the different countries have different requirements as and when you need to pay that amount of tax. So don't worry if this is a subject that confuses you. In the next slide, I'm going to show you another video that I've done that is basically going to give you the full information on Amazon Pan EU and the next method that I'm going to be talking about, which is the Amazon European Fulfillment Network. So this is known as EFN. So this means that basically you don't need any VAT numbers. So you can sell sort of between the different European marketplaces, but you will be paying much higher fulfillment costs. So before you jump into the European market, or before, as say a UK or German seller, you want to expand, think about which network you're going to be on, because we're on Amazon Pan EU for one of our accounts, and it's a lot of work, but the volumes that we're doing well, it's quite a lot, so it makes sense for us. But if you're starting out, yeah, you're going to have lots of associated costs. So the other option is Amazon FBA Export. So you can turn this on, and basically it will then allow you to ship your goods internationally. It won't be quite as attractive. Say your products are in another, or say another marketplace buyer has access to your products. Well, they're going to have to pay much more postage. But yeah, you could, if you wanted to avoid maybe Pan EU or EFN, you could use the Amazon FBA export option. If you want any more information on this, I have written a full article covering everything we've spoken about today, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. So as I mentioned, Amazon Pan EU is a little bit complicated, and there's definitely some things that you should know about before jumping in and committing. We've done another video. It's the one you can see on your screen, and yeah, it basically runs through all the lessons we learned by jumping into Amazon Pan EU, and it costs us a lot of money, and it will cost you a lot of money. There's lots of cost considerations that you need to think about, so check out that video. I'm going to leave a link to it above. Have a look at that. It might well help you out. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you found it useful, and if you have, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the eBusiness Boss channel, because we're all about useful content for you guys. So if you're interested in learning more about selling on Amazon, it's what we do as a full-time job, and yeah, we want to help you guys learn more. So I'd love your feedback as well. If you've got any sort of feedback or any questions, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you right away. And it might be negative, you might have thought this was rubbish, or you might have really liked this video and just have some further questions. Drop a comment below and let me know. As well, if you've got any video ideas or any sort of topics that you're struggling with, just ask us, leave a comment, and we'll get around to it. Thanks for watching, guys. There's going to be more useful content from us very soon.